Hello students, today we are starting our course with chapter number 1, that is Introduction to Machine Learning. First concept in this chapter is big data. Nowadays wherever we go, we either use cards, fill forms or do some online transactions. This means that the data is get collected and stored. As you can see on slide, this data is generated from different sources like scientific experiments, IoTs, that is Internet of Things, web data, then e-commerce, financial transactions, bank credit transactions, online trading and purchasing, social networks, financial logs, text files, multimedia forms, sensors, instruments, and many more. This list is so big. These all are sources of data. It is a huge amount of data. In past years, the data was mostly structured and small in size. It could be analyzed by using a simple tool. Today, most of the data is unstructured or semi-structured. It is said that by 2020, more than 80% of the data will be unstructured. Now, what is meant by structured and unstructured data? Structured data is organized and formatted. So, it will be easy to find out in relational databases. For example, student records in colleges or inventory in an organization, etc. These are in proper form, so it is easy to find out it in the storage by putting a query. Now unstructured data has predefined format or structure. So it is more difficult to find out in the database or storage. Processing and analyzing of this data type is also very complex job. For example, sensor data, audio video files, images, etc. Some of the structured data type and unstructured data type is also given in the diagram. Therefore, there comes the term big data. Big data means a large mixed set of information that grows at ever increasing rates, or we can say that it will be in terabytes or petabytes. So the data which cannot fit in one machine will be called as a big data. These are the data sets which are very large and complex. Therefore, traditional methods of storing, accessing and analyzing for this data is difficult and expensive as well. But we cannot ignore this data because there is a huge potential value hidden in this data. Organizations are also associated with this data because they want to find out some predictions or inventions from this data. Here, these organizations can use big data technologies to find out value from this rich data. But it is not possible by using traditional analytic tools and methods. Big data is having many technologies like Hadoop, which stores and processes the data, then Spark, which helps in memory calculation, Storm, which helps in processing the data efficiently in less time where data is unbounded, then MongoDB, which provides cross-platform. We are not going to discuss these technologies in detail. Now see the diagram. In this diagram, 3 V's of big data are shown. These 3 V's are volume, velocity and variety. The sources of data collection are also given in this diagram. Here, volume refers to the amount of data generated through all the places like hospital records, insurance, transactions, mobile sensors, etc. In addition to this, every day people are adding huge amount of images, posts, videos, tweets, etc. You can now imagine the amount or volume of data that is generated every minute. Velocity means the speed. The speed with which data is generated is nothing but velocity. If we consider social media example, every day 900 million photos are uploaded on Facebook. 500 million tweets are posted on Twitter. zero point 0.4 million hours of videos are uploaded on YouTube, and approximately 3.5 billion searches are performed in Google. This is like a data blast. Big data helps the companies to hold this explosion, accept the incoming flow of data, and at the same time process it fast so that it does not create blockages. Now third V is variety. Variety in big data means all the structured and unstructured data. This data can be generated by machines or users. Variety is nothing but the incoming data into various categories or different forms. Simple business intelligent tools are not able to process this huge volume and variety of data. So we need more complex and advanced analytical tools and algorithms for processing, analyzing, and drawing meaningful visions from the data. Now we will see what are the benefits of big data processing. The first benefit is businesses can use outside intelligence while taking decisions. Here, the organizations or companies can access the data from sites like Facebook or Amazon, and from that they can make predictions. It can be about choice of people or among certain age groups, etc. This data can be used for forecasting also. Therefore, this data is useful for them to define the strategies and making a plan for future. Second is improved customer services. Some shops are having their specialities, so we purchase the things repeatedly from that shops. Sometimes whenever we enter into the shop, before requesting for some item, the shopkeeper starts packaging the item which we like. This is nothing but past experience of the data. Similarly, the companies provides the services for online shoppers based on their past experience or data to increase the customer satisfaction and increase their sale as well. In this case, companies gathered a lot of data of customers not only related to purchasing but also what websites they visit, where they live, when they have contacted customer services, etc. The data can be unrelated data, but companies properly mine this data to make it customer related and then take benefit of that data for themselves as well as for customers. So it is said in some book that to properly predict the future, companies must promote the right products to the right customer on the right channel. Amazon has mastered the recommendations of books, toys, or kitchen utensils, and so many to other customers or their customers. Some companies can suggest music, movies on Netflix, etc. So this is all for better customer services. Next benefit is better operational efficiency. This means maximize your desired business output, whatever your business is. With the help of big data analytics, companies can forecast and predict results accurately, so they can plan out perfectly for future to grow their business. Computer models can help companies to check what products customer buy, and from that they can get clear idea about the things that which product should be highlighted or updated. So in this way efficiency is improved. Here infrequently accessed data or products are not highlighted or can be deleted from particular customer's site. So this is all about the benefits of big data processing. Now we know that every coin has two sides. So we will see drawbacks of big data. The first drawback of big data is need of technical expertise. Big data technologies are skillful jobs, so hiring or training staff can increase costs. Also, the process of getting big data skills can take large time. Lack of big data skill set, it is a big data challenge for past some years. We can say that data scientists and big data experts are in high demand nowadays. Second drawback of big data is privacy and security concerns. Whenever the data is on cloud or on internet, then it is a challenge for security. If websites are vulnerable or having weaknesses, then it is threat for the data. If some attack occurs, the server can be crashed and we can lost the data. Now the next drawback is data quality. Data quality is good if it is able to complete the purpose. If it can satisfy our goal, then data is called as quality data. So data must be complete. It should not have missing values or missed records. It should be up to date and have the format as expected. Then next is need for cultural change. Many organizations are using big data analytics, but it is not only for documentation purpose, but they want to use this analysis to change the organizations as a data driven. They want to change the mindset of all in the company and want to use analytics results than experience. They don't want to force the organization but want to change the mindset. Next drawback is compliance. It is obedience or honesty. The large issue or big issue for big analytics effort is fulfilling with government regulations. The information included in companies' big data stores, it is sensitive or personal, and the company should confirm that they are meeting industry standards or government requirements when handling and storing the data. Next is rapid change. The technology is changing rapidly. Organizations are investing on these technologies, but after some months or after some days also, there is something new in technology which can give something better. So it is one of the big drawback, as the companies can become the farm of infrastructures, or they have to waste or involve their capitals in purchasing softwares and hardwares. Next is hardware needs. Another important issue for organizations is the infrastructure necessary to support big data analytics. It requires space to store the data, network bandwidth to transfer it to and from analytics system, and computer resources to perform those analytics. Everything is expensive to purchase and maintain. They can solve this problem by using cloud-based analytics, but it do not eliminate the infrastructure problems completely. The last one drawback of big data is cost. Many big data tools are working as an open source technology, so the cost is reduced. But the companies are facing other problems of expenses related to skilled staff, hardware maintenance, and related services. So these are the drawbacks of big data. Now, the question is how to do with this data which is in huge amount. We can perform aggregations and statistics. We can search and query the data. We can discover the knowledge from it as well as make some predictions. For every action we require some techniques, and here we require the data science. So very important thing is big data has given birth to data science. So what is data science? Data science is involving many disciplines together like mathematics, computer science, statistics, and domain knowledge. When we are using big data, it performs with the help of data mining. When we say data science, it is using machine learning algorithms. It designs models from that algorithm and then generate the knowledge from a heap of data. So, need of data science is to create better decision making or predictive analysis and for pattern recovery. When we say decision making, then it is answering a proper class. Through predictions, we can forecast for the businesses, and from pattern recovery, we can find out hidden data. If we don't have the parameters based on which we can make predictions, then we need to find out the hidden patterns within the data set to be able to make meaningful predictions. This is nothing but the unsupervised model, as we don't have any predefined labels for grouping. The most common algorithm used for pattern recovery is clustering. Suppose we are working in a telephone company and we need to establish a network by putting towers in a region. Then we can use the clustering technique to find those tower locations which will ensure that all the users receive optimal signal strength. So this is the need of data science. Okay. Next is job of data scientist. So job of data scientist is as given in the diagram: to understand the data, extract useful information from it and apply this information in solving the problems. Actually, it is not a simple process because the data is huge. The techniques he has to use are requiring skills, and the predictions made by him should be correct. He needs to start from data, its visualizations, programming, formation, development, and deployment of the model. Now, we will discuss more about data science. As said earlier, data science is a multidisciplinary field and it is using scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems to find out the knowledge and visions from the data. Here, two terms are used, that are structured and unstructured data. We will be discussing about that in coming slides. As data science is multidisciplinary, it is using theories and techniques from many fields to study and evaluate a large amount of data. The investigation or prediction is useful to decision makers in many industries such as science, engineering, economics, politics, finance, and education. Here, some disciplines are shown with the problem areas in which they can be used in. From this, we can say that computer science is used for pattern recognition, visualization, data warehousing, databases, and AI. Similarly, mathematics and statistics is used for mathematical and statistical modeling. This is just in short. Every discipline can play its wide role in data science. Data science is collection of concepts from many areas. As many disciplines are coming together, the organization is getting benefits of all the subjects which are helpful for it in finding the ways to. So, all these disciplines are working together for these things. So, they are helping an organization to find ways to. The first thing is reduce costs from some predictions, get into new market, hit on different population or groups, measure the efficiency of a marketing campaign, launch a new product or a service. By using all these parameters, business can make decisions about their expansion, collaboration, training of staff, purchasing new hardware, software, tools or services, etc. So, To solve the problems, data science is using data only. There can be many problems in any type of organization. It may be of decision making, like whether an email is spam or not. It may be how to recommend the products to the customers. It is depending on the study of data and the relevant information about the problem. Some problems can be related to predictions, like election polling system. So, as seen in previous diagram, the job of data scientist is to understand the data, extract useful information out of the data and apply this in solving the problems. Even if the process is having many complex sub-processes, it will give solution for every problem with the help of proper data and data science. Now we will see the applications of data science. In this diagram you can see number of applications, and this is just a small list of applications. So first application of data science is fraud and risk detection. Companies has to suffer from loss every year because of frauds. But they have a lot of data which can be used for initial paperwork while sanctioning the loans. Many of the companies decided to bring data scientists to free from losses. Now, banking companies are well educated to divide and overcome data via customer profiling, past expenditures, and other essential variables to analyze and probabilities of risk. It also helped them to push their banking products based on customers' purchasing power. Another application is in healthcare. It is an important area for predictive analysis. A predictive model uses historical data, learn from it, find patterns, and generate accurate predictions from it. It finds various correlations and association of symptoms, finds habits, diseases, and then makes meaningful predictions. Third application is internet search. When we think of any search, we think Google, isn't it? But there are many other search engines like Yahoo, Bing, Ask, and so on. All these search engines, including Google, uses data science algorithms to send the best results for our query in a small time. Without data science, this was not possible. Next application is in advertising. The entire digital marketing field is the biggest application of data science, starting from the display banners on various websites to the digital posters at the airport. Everything will be decided by using data science algorithms. Okay, next data science application is website recommendations. We all receive the suggestions from similar products on Amazon. They help us to find out relevant products from billions of products available with them, and also add a lot to the user experience. So we are getting more and more knowledge whenever we are watching that recommendations. Many companies have strongly used this engine to promote their products as per users' interest and relevance of information. Internet giants like Amazon, Twitter, Google Play, Netflix, and many more use this system to improve the user experience. The recommendations are made based on previous search results for the user. Next application of data science is speech recognition. Best example of speech recognition products are Google Voice, Siri, Cortana, etc. Using speech recognition feature, even if we cannot type a message, we will get a solution. Simply speak out the message and it will be converted into the text. And last application of data science is airline routed planning. Now see, airline industry has to accept heavy losses many times. So these companies are struggling to maintain their occupancy ratio and operating profits. There is a high rise in air fuel prices, but also there is a need to offer heavy discounts to customers. These things has made the situation more worse. But now airline companies started with data science to identify the strategic areas of improvements. Now, using data science, the airline companies can predict flight delay or decide which class of airplanes to buy. Southwest Airlines, Alaska Airlines are some top companies who have included data science to bring changes in their way of working. So this is the last application of data science. This is all about today's lecture. Thank you so much.